What's up everybody, how's it going? It's Burke aka Dansg08 here, and it's time for a hangout off the back of an amazing holiday that I had for the last 2.5 weeks in the Far East. So those of you guys that have been following the channel will hopefully know that I got to do the holiday of a lifetime where I visited Hong Kong, Singapore, South Korea and Japan as part of a manic 2.5 week holiday that I went on towards the end of November. So before my absence, I tried to prepare as many videos as I could to make sure there wasn't a lot of downtime, and based on what I was observing while I was on holiday, everything seemed to run smoothly. The series continued to upload and you guys continue to be able to enjoy the content that you know and love on the channel. So that's all good, but now I am back to kind of be at the helm and continue things as I always have. So I want to give you guys a few updates and talk about a few things before we continue towards the end of the year. So in terms of actual content, we are still continuing with Death Stranding. Death Stranding is a very long game. I played about 30 to 35 hours before I left, and we're at episode 33, 34 or so as of recording this. So I probably still have another 20-30 hours to even play, and there's a lot still to upload and all that kind of stuff. So Death Stranding is one of those series where if you've given up on it, that's fair play, because it's not a game for everybody. That's something that you quite quickly realise. But for those of you guys that have enjoyed it, that are continuing to watch, I really do appreciate you guys, and we will definitely be continuing with that series as time goes on. But just know that you need to be in it for the long haul. If you're waiting for the episodes to build up so you can binge it, then you're going to have to continue waiting, because it is a very long game. But hopefully I continue to enjoy it. I mean, it's had its ups and downs, but overall, like as a complete package, I'm still very much in the positive camp for this game, and I just hope that I continue to enjoy it. And once I get to the end of the story and I complete everything, I will still have that positive feeling, and it will be something that was good for all of you guys to watch as well. So Death Stranding people, there's still a lot more to come from that. Final Fantasy 13-3 also continues. That's another one that took longer than I anticipated, but as I've said a few times throughout the playlist and in general, it is for the right reasons. It's not because, you know, the game dragged on or there was a lot of padded content that I kind of got duped into doing, etc. It was genuinely because I've been enjoying the game, I've been enjoying the side quests, and I got access to a lot of side quests I didn't get when I first played the game. So there's a lot of content still to come from Final Fantasy 13-3, but it's content that I really enjoy playing, and it's content I hope that you guys will continue to watch as we move forward with that playlist. There is a chance it could go over 100 parts, which would be something I really was not expecting, and it would be the only one of the trilogy that does go over 100 parts, so we'll just have to see. I think I have 75 episodes edited as of now, but there's still plenty to edit for that, so do continue to look forward to that one, because there's still a lot more to come, including things like super bosses, of course the end of the game, and a lot of other cool stuff as well. So Final Fantasy 13-3 people, there's still a lot more to go. And of course, alongside these two, the third series that is ongoing on the channel is Final Fantasy X, the p-badman edition. That continues as well, and we're starting to get to like the middle stages of that game, where we're starting to encounter some of the more difficult bosses. In a few days time, there's going to be Evray uploaded. Evray is one of the first kind of mid-game serious bosses that we're going to be encountering, and from there it's going to be quite intense as we move on to things like Seymour Natus as well. And there is quite a funny bonus episode coming up in between that features my battles against Isaru, which turned out to be way different than what I was anticipating. So there's a lot of good stuff to come for that, and at the moment I'm at the end of the Calmlands, and I'm waiting on p-badman himself to tweak the rest of the game, because he's been making changes based on how I've been playing the game, the kind of loopholes I've been finding, the kind of struggles I've been facing. So we've kind of been in constant contact and trying to tweak and refine the mod, because I'm acting as like a beta tester for him. So he should be ready with that soon, and that will leave me free to basically continue until the end of the story. So there is going to be some really epic content coming out for that. The Seymour Natus battle was really good. One of the best battles I've had in the entire mod, and I definitely think it's going to be a good one for you guys to watch. And of course for the rest of the series as well, there's going to be some epic bosses coming out. We've got, you know, Seymour Flux, we've got Unalesca, we've got Sanctuary Keeper, Spectral Keeper. There's going to be so much good stuff to come from the Final Fantasy p-badman mod, and so far I think he's done a fantastic job. Of course there's been a few bits here and there where I haven't been overly impressed, like for example most recently the home area wasn't really tweaked at all, which was a shame, but that's something he's going to work on for like the official public release. And aside from that, we've had a few like individual enemies that have either just been way too powerful or that probably haven't been beefed up enough and stuff like that. But overall I've really had a wonderful time playing the p-badman mod, And considering how things are moving forward, it's just going to get better with time. So I'm really excited to continue playing that one, and I think you guys are going to absolutely love it the further we get into the series. So patrons are going to continue to get early access. While I was on holiday, it's a little bit difficult to implement the early access stuff, but now that I'm back, we're going to go back to patrons getting the early access for that series, and that's something that will continue throughout. So that's Final Fantasy X P-Bird Mod Edition, so a lot more to come from that as well. Aside from this, we have the second part of the Final Fantasy X-3 discussion coming soon. That's going to be around Christmas time, so maybe in like 10 days time or so. In that one, I'm going to be talking more about if there is a X-3, what kind of X-3 would I like to see, what do you guys want to see, could it work, could it not work, and all of that good stuff. So there's a lot of good discussion still to come about Final Fantasy X-3, so look forward to that one. So depending on how Death Stranding goes, because that's my only current ongoing series that I'm recording, and I don't need to record as intensively as I did before the holiday, I should have enough time to start the Horizon Zero Dawn DLC, and once Horizon Zero Dawn DLC is knocked out as well, it's likely that I would have either finished Death Stranding or be very close to finishing, and that will leave me open to start Nier Automata. Now, the goal would be to have the first episode of Nier Automata released for like the first day of the new year, or like on New Year's Eve or something like that. But no promises, because Death Stranding is still ongoing, there's still a lot to record for that, and there's still a lot of content I need to work on. So no promises, but it's absolutely like definite that Nier Automata will be coming as soon as I'm ready and I have the time for it. But I mean, I'm in no like huge rush to get it out, but I know a lot of people are waiting for that game, and I'm excited to play it too. So just know that it is definitely coming. But I'm just doing my best to make sure I pace myself in the right way. Already got 3 series ongoing on the channel. I don't want to go crazy and have like 4 or 5 series, because that is the kind of thing that's going to lead to me burning out, and the space between episodes is going to grow even further and that kind of thing. So I would rather keep it fairly refined and keep like 2 / a maximum of 3 series ongoing at the same time on the channel. So don't worry too much about that. It is definitely coming. But in the meantime, we've got a lot of great content with Death Stranding, Final Fantasy 13-3 and the p-badman mod. So that's what I want to talk about in terms of the content. Lots of great stuff still to come, and I've got plenty to record in the run-up to Final Fantasy 7 Remake in March. So that's that stuff. In terms of the holiday that I had in the Far East, it literally was the time of my life. I mean, the memories that I made there, the things that I saw, it was absolutely like unforgettable for me, and I shared a lot of it with you on Instagram. Hopefully you guys would have been on Instagram and you would have followed the stories as I went through. Got some really like cool responses. A lot of people really enjoyed following along my adventures in the Far East. But I understand that of course not everyone has Instagram, or those people that have Instagram don't always check it all the time. So what I'm considering doing is making a video where I kind of sum up the kind of things that I saw, talk about the experience a little bit, and probably in the background I'll have like a montage of all of the stories that I took on Instagram playing in the background, and sprinkle in some photos that I took myself as well. So that's a video that I'm planning on doing, so you guys can see what I got up to in the Far East and the kind of things that I saw and experienced. I think maybe we can have like a Q&A element to that as well. So if you guys have any questions about the things that I saw in the Far East, what I got up to, if you're curious about anything, do let me know in the comments, and I will try to answer some of them as I'm talking in the video. So if you've got any questions about Hong Kong, Singapore, South Korea, or Japan, or just my holiday in general and all of that kind of stuff, do hit me up with some questions and I'll look into them when I'm making that video. So that's something I will be sharing with you guys in probably like the next week or 2. I'm not going to be in a huge rush to do it, but it's something that I think a lot of you guys will enjoy checking out and seeing what I got up to while I was away. The final thing I want to talk about is quite an exciting update to do with the Final Fantasy 24/7 stream that I've been running on the channel for like a year and a half. So I don't want to long out the story too much, but we have a new and updated version of the stream program ready to launch. So in the background, me and Real Deal, one of my moderators who has been just so helpful during these past few months in setting up this new server, he's written some code, and we've been working hard together to refine the original program that Topher wrote in order to make something that's a little bit easier to debug, a little bit easier to tweak, and add some features that we wanted to add to the stream for quite some time. So what we'll be doing in like the next week or so, we'll be launching the new program to run the stream. So for you guys, not a lot is going to change in terms of the stream's going to be in exactly the same place. It's going to be airing exactly the same stuff. Everything's going to work the same, but we're going to have a new program running it, which is going to be easier for us to maintain, and it's going to contain a few little features for you guys to make the viewing experience a little bit better too. please check out my social media like my Twitter, my Instagram, and the YouTube community page for updates on that. When it will be going live, I will let you guys know, and if you guys could come to the stream and check it out, see some of our new features, and we can have a chat about it, that would be really cool. Because now that we have a program that we can kind of tweak and access as we see fit, we'll be able to hopefully add more changes in the future if there's demand from viewers for new features. So that's something that I'm really happy to announce. Please stay tuned for that, and hopefully we'll be having that launching in the next week or so. So that is the gist of the updates in this Hangout. Thank you all for checking it out. There's a lot of great content to come. The stream will be getting an update as well. And we have plenty of cool videos in the run up to the end of the year as we kick into 2020, which is going to be absolutely insane with the Final Fantasy VII Remake and The Last of Us 2. So good times ahead. I'm really excited. The holiday was awesome. It has me re-energized and ready to rock and make new content for all of you. So I'll catch you guys later. Thank you all for watching and for all of the support. And I'll be back with more very soon. Take care.